How's it going, everybody? Tighten Up Rising here. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. If you guys can make that happen, please do. And then from there, we're only going to go up. Please continue to comment. Love the comments, love the feedback. We're getting right into this one. This is going to be a defensive video in regards to Saturday's preseason game against the Chicago Bears. Yesterday, I did do one on the offense, and I did tell you guys I was going to do a defense one, and then that's what this video will be. And then my next video later in the week will be a preview against the Minnesota Vikings for our second preseason game. So this video, we're not going to dive into too many position groups. I was hoping that I was going to really be diving into the linebackers here because that's what I really wanted to see. I wanted to see how the competition was shaking up between Jack Gibbens and Monty Rice, because that was or became one of the surprise competitions in camp. I wasn't expecting that. I almost thought that inside linebacker 2 spot was Monty Rice's to lose. Now I'm thinking it's Jack Gibbens' spot to lose. Jack Gibbens has been playing well, and Monty Rice only saw 7 defensive snaps on Saturday, and Monty Rice also was not practicing. So maybe he's hurt. We don't know. We're a tight-lipped organization, so we aren't always privy to a lot of information. That's the Mike Vrabel way, which I'm okay with. But, you know, it keeps us guessing and having a lot of questions at the same time. So I was really hoping to see more of that. We didn't. Now let's hope over the next 2 preseason games we will, and we can get some more clarity about who might be the second inside linebacker. But right now I think it's Jack Gibbens. Now I really, and this is the rest of the video right here, what I want to dive into, and this is what's concerning me right now with the entire defense in general. After our starters for the secondary, we don't have much depth, guys, and I was worried about that, and this game proved it. And I'll get into that in a little bit about what our team has been doing because of what they saw, what I saw too. And man, I didn't like what I saw. Secondary, it was a glaring concern on Saturday. The starters for the Bears were out there for the first quarter, and for most of the first quarter, it was against our second string defense, second string DBs, if you want to say as well. So yeah, maybe they weren't supposed to be balling out against the first string offense of the Bears, but man, they got torched too. I mean, obviously we didn't see Byard, we didn't see Hooker, we didn't see Fulton, we didn't see Murphy Bunting, which would be our starting 4, the 2 safeties and corners. But man, we let some big plays happen. And I'm gonna pull up the snap count here for you guys that you can see for the defense, specifically the secondary. And man, like I said, these are mainly second string, third string guys, but you got to imagine we're trying to get more or solid play out of some of our second string guys, like Elijah Molden, who saw 14 snaps, like Trey Avery, who saw 21. Both of those guys were on the field while the first string offense was out there for the Bears the entire first quarter. Excuse me. Now, and they let up some huge plays, guys. Now Fields went 3 of 3 through 3 passes, connected on all 3 for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter before the first team was pulled off the field. Said, all right, we've seen enough. You guys killed it. You're done for the day. Man, that 3 of 3 for 129 and 2 TDs. That's sickening. That's just. So he hit DJ Moore on a 62-yard screen for a touchdown. Then he came back and hit Khalil Herbert for a 56-yard screen that also went for a touchdown. Now, the thing that sucks with these screen passes, what I hate about screens is if your defense isn't breaking blocks to get to the guy or chasing down guys in pursuit to catch the guys. That's what sucks about screens. We weren't in pursuit. We weren't breaking tackles. They caught a screen, and screens are, usually right at the line of scrimmage a little bit before, right? And they're catching it, and they're running it the full length. And like I said, a 62-yarder and a 56-yarder just took off with it. Now, man, DJ Moore went untouched, wasn't even touched. Someone grabbed his ankle when he was in the end zone. I'm not going to count that. He went untouched. Now, for Herbert's here, the thing that sucks with his is he broke 3 tackles inside the 5-yard line and dove into the end zone. So that's what sucks about screens. Or I shouldn't say sucks, but like when a screen happens against your team, it's demoralizing because you threw it, that you made that guy beat your entire defense basically, or you let the guy beat your entire defense and then running in for a touchdown. At least if your guy gets smoked one-on-one on the outside, one guy lost. When a screen happens, nobody was in pursuit, nobody shed their blockers to get to the guy, and that's just demoralizing. And then obviously you want to say about the bad tackling too. He broke 3 tackles before he dove into the end zone, and man, that really just seeing those, that sucked seeing that. And I was worried about us having depth in the secondary, and we really don't. And I'm going to get into that later when I pull up the depth chart. But like I said, Molden saw 14 snaps and Avery saw 21. These are 2 guys that we want or are expecting to be depth pieces on defense. There's times where Molden is going to be out there with our 2 starting safeties and 2 starting corners. Remember, Molden was supposed to be a guy that might end up being a safety. There was rumors he was going to take over as safety. You know, he was on the field as well. And I don't like that these guys are out there and they're not nobodies. I mean, Trey Avery contributed a lot for us last year, and I have high hopes for Molden. So the fact that both those guys were out there and couldn't make a play, man, that sucks. Now, like I said, it's majority of our second string defense against Chicago's first string offense. Was it an all-around disappointment for defense? No. There were some good spots, but I really wanted to get into the secondary, guys, because it's worrying me. And we'll get into the depth chart, like I said, in a little bit. But Vrabel must have seen, obviously, what we all saw, because we worked out Ronald Darby a day or 2 days ago. Now that's a direct effect, if you want to say, of watching the lack of depth that we had on Saturday. I mean, these guys, like I said, are supposed to be our depth pieces, rotational players. If someone gets hurt, we're going to see these guys out there. They saw it, we all saw it, and said, okay, we're getting burnt. Because like I said, yes, second string defense against first string offense. Yes, I get it, and I know a lot of people will argue that. So I'm agreeing with you. But these guys are going to be seeing the field against first string offenses all season if they had to go in and play. So we didn't sign Ronald Darby. He left without a contract. But I'm hoping we do end up signing somebody like him. He's been dealing with his own injuries. When he's on the field, he's been effective. I hope we do get him. I really do. It would make me feel more comfortable about our depth in the secondary, because the secondary is really what's going to make or break this team. I did make a video. I hope you guys watched it. If you hadn't, please go and watch it. I believe our X factor on the defense is Christian Fulton. If Christian Fulton can be a lockdown corner, lock down the side of the field, lock down a number 1 wide receiver, if he can be a top 15 corner even, that's going to make this defense even better, because we have the pass rush to get there and we have the safeties to help out. We need the corners to do better. Luckily Byard's been healthy, knock on wood. Hooker's had issues with staying healthy, but now if Elijah Mona has to go in there, I'm not feeling this. I know it's the first preseason game. I'm not trying to panic or freak anybody out, but I'm worried from what I saw. It's the first game. Let's see where it goes from there. I'm gonna pull up the depth chart here for you guys, and while you're looking over that, I did want to let you guys know also that we did release cornerback Chris Jackson, and then we removed Josh Thompson from the PUP list. Now, Josh Thompson's more of a safety for depth piece there. Chris Jackson was a corner. Obviously, Jackson didn't play because he's been banged up. He didn't play this preseason game. He's been hurt. He's been hurt since we've had him. Now, interesting thing here is Jackson now, the guy we released, he was from the 2020 draft class. We only have 1 player from the 2020 draft class left. I'll give you guys a second to guess this. And you're looking at the depth charts. I'm hoping it's going to help you out. He's in the secondary. Christian Fulton. Christian Fulton's the only guy left from the 2020 draft class. That's it. just a few years ago. It's a great draft, J-Rob. Anywho, not to get stuck on that for too long. Now we're looking at secondary here, right? We have Christian Fulton, Amani Hooker, Kevin Byard, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and then Roger McCreary, right? Now, I would say that's a pretty good starting five, if you want to say two safeties, two outside corners, and a nickel. I'll take it. I'm okay with that. The part that sucks after this, though, is the secondary, or the second string did not show me anything. Trey Avery, maybe really needed him to do a little better. Elijah Molden, I was expecting to see more from him. I know it's the first game. You know, Caleb Farley's on a pup list still, and we don't know what we're going to see from him. I mean, this guy he's gotten bust written all over him so far. Hopefully he proves us wrong. I would love for him too, but he's already going to start behind the 8 ball, being hurt. You know, so you might don't even really want to count on him. And then after that, I mean, no one there really gives you much to be happy about or give you optimism on. You know, I've heard things like March doing okay, or Armani Marsh, Alonzo Davis. So these guys are undrafted guys. You know, maybe they can make the team and move up the depth chart. It's a possibility. But, you know, just adding a guy like a Ronald Darby in there just makes you feel so much more better about the depth on your team, especially if we do have an injury or two, and I hope we don't, but, you know, we have for the past 2 years. So, you know, you have to imagine someone's going to get hurt. And like I said, knock on wood, I hope they don't. But, you know, it's football. It's a violent game. Guys get hurt. And I am worried about the depth that we have in the secondary. I think that could end up becoming an issue. Because what I saw on Saturday, just like I said, it made me nervous, guys. So just imagine this depth chart and having Ronald Darby in there. So you move Caleb Farley more down towards the third string because he's hurt. You know, he's not going to come back full speed. Work him back in, see if you can make something of him. And then now you have your second string guys, Trey Avery, Mike Brown, Josh Thompson, and obviously Brown and Thompson are safeties there, but, you know, they're going to be some special team guys as well. And then you have, that would be Elijah Molden and then Ronald Darby, because obviously Farley would be third string. I'm okay with that. Darby, one more player makes that a little better. It also adds a little bit of a veteran experience because, geez, the most veteran guy we have in our secondary is Sean Murphy-Bunting from Tampa. It'd be nice to have another guy in there because Fulton's still pretty young. McCreary, second year. Avery, second year. You know, Elijah Molden, third year. This is, excuse me. And then Farley, I mean, might as well say he's still a rookie. I don't think he's played a full season worth of games yet. So, yeah, we could use the veteran experience. Let's get this guy in here, sign him up. I want him. Let me know what you guys think about this. And like I said, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or talk too much negative on the secondary here. But it was something that I saw that really stuck out, and I really wanted to make a video on it because I'm worried about it. I'm legit worried about the depth of our secondary. You know, if we have a guy go down, because think about it, Christian Fulton has not stayed healthy, right? He did not stay healthy last year. If he goes down again, we're rolling out Trey Avery or Elijah Molden. And what we saw on Saturday, and I don't think Elijah Molden is really going to be able to be an outside corner like Christian can. So we're going to roll out Trey Avery. And he has ups and downs last year. But like I said, what we saw on Saturday did not inspire me or did not show me any promise or any, how do you want to say it? It didn't instill faith in me with our second stringers in the secondary. So that's where my head's at for this video. I want to know what you guys think down below. Am I overreacting? Am I freaking out too much? Am I like, hey, it's not a big deal. It's the first preseason game. Calm down. We're going to be okay. I hope that's the case. I really do. I'm curious to see if we do sign Ronald Darby. Obviously, we've been making moves in the secondary since that game. Be curious if we sign him. I'll be curious to see if we're going to see our starters. I hope we see some of our freaking starters this upcoming game. I know they're going to practice against the Vikings, you know, for 2 days here. But, you know, I want to see our starters and get some action. If they're going to roll out guys like Pat Mahomes, and I said that yet on a video last night, if they're going to roll out guys like Pat Mahomes, we can roll out a guy like Ryan Tannehill or Burks or Hopkins. Get these guys some live action, right? We lose every game week 1, and I'm sick and tired of it. And I told you guys yesterday, the last time we won a game week 1, we went to the AFC Championship game. So, hey, maybe it will happen again. Let's win that week 1 game. Saints don't have Kamara, so let's do it. Now, let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll talk soon, everybody. Tighten up.